Welcome, everybody, to the
I'm Fat Podcast.
Snacks are best saved for later.
With Jay Zawoski.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
And Rick Camp.
Out of the mist came a beast more stomach than man.
Welcome into another edition of the I'm Fat Podcast. What?
I don't know. I'm just trying to derail you right off the bat.
Oh, see, I thought something went wrong.
No, I just said hi, Rick.
Oh, okay. Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, it's still the I'm Fat Podcast, and we're still sponsored by Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. That jerk's Jay. I'm a jerk as well. I'm Rick.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll talk. I'm sorry. This is a bad indication of what's going to show.
Oh, this is going to be a complete shit show because, like, you know, we're both running around doing a bunch of stuff. I'm sweating Minnesota -6.5 against the Bears, and see if they're just competent enough with Nick Mullins to make me money while we're doing this.
Yeah,
you know, I'm definitely not a degenerate at all.
No, I've got my eye on the red zone. As I think everybody. Well, not now because it's Monday in your world.
True.
But we're watching the NFL sort of while we're recording. All right, we've got some big stuff to tell you about. Remember, this Saturday, the 14th of January, we're going to be at Uncle Bud's, 97th and Cicero in Oak Lawn. You can't miss it. It is literally 9700 South Cicero Avenue in Oak Lawn. We're going to do a live podcast starting at 2 p.m. Coming out. It's free. Just come, hang out, watch the show, watch some playoff football, eat some of the amazing food at Uncle Bud's. It's going to be a great time. Bring a friend, bring some family, and come hungry because you're going to love the food there. Again, Uncle Bud's, 97th and Cicero, 2 p.m. on Saturday, January 14th. Come on out and join us for a live podcast. Should be a ton of fun. I'm super looking forward to it. There's more info on our Facebook page and on our Twitter account and everything, but that's really all you need to know. Show up 2 p.m. At Uncle Bud's, and we'll be there. I'll have some T-shirts for sale, some buttons, some stickers, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, come say hello. I don't know. What more is there to say?
Yeah, food, frivolity, fats.
Beers, cocktails, pretty Southside wait staff. You know? What more do you need? And Zawoski's aplenty. There will be a lot of giant heads in there, and if you see one, it's probably a relative of mine. So coming out and say hi. It's going to be a wonderful time at Uncle Bud's in Oak Lawn. I'm really excited to get back out. Our last live broadcast was Schmaltz.
Yeah,
which was
that feels like forever ago.
Was that the 100th episode, or was that something different?
I think that was something different.
Yeah, I think it was just a show, right?
Yeah,
that did feel like forever ago. Was that pre-COVID?
I think so, because that was the sandwich eating contest thing.
Yeah, I think that was either pre-COVID or like the first lull in COVID.
Yes,
but anyway,
something like that.
Regardless, it's been a really long time, so we're looking forward to next Saturday coming out and see us at Uncle Bud's. Meanwhile, follow us on social media at I'm Fat Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. We're not live. We're on YouTube every week. On Tuesday, the episodes get published. YouTube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Make sure you are liking all those videos and subscribing as you go along. Same thing with your podcast. Follow, subscribe, all those great things. We've got a Patreon page, patreon.com/I'm Fat Pod, and merch at I'mFatMerch.com. That is brought to you by TeePublic, but that I'mFatMerch.com brings you right to our TeePublic page. And for any of your TeePublic shopping needs, just use our link because we get a little kickback anytime you buy something from TeePublic. And the more people do that, the more of a kickback we get. So we appreciate it. That's I'mFatMerch.com. All right, Rick.
Yes.
I've got two. I'm usually a very, you know this, and anyone who's listened to the podcast knows this. I am a very patient customer.
Yes, you are.
I understand that shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that people make mistakes, and I very rarely get upset when something like that happens. You and I have worked in high pressure industries before. We still do. Mistakes happen, and there's no need to freak out on anybody. And I didn't freak out on this, but I felt wronged, and I want to get your take on it.
Okay.
Okay, so this was earlier this week, and I'm not going to name the place because they're batting like 990 in
Okay.
customer service. Okay, so it's been a good experience until. So having some friends over, my friend Jill and her husband Ron, sorry, and their sister and Jill's sister Erin, my best friends from college, come over and order 2 pizzas from a local place, and great, go pick them up. Everything's ready to go, right on time. Boom, right out of the oven. Get home, open it up, and they gave us the wrong pizza. They clearly swapped, like put ours in somebody else's box and the other one. So they said, okay, bring the pizza back and we'll exchange it.
Yeah.
Give you the right thing. So I was a little surprised that they made me bring the old one back.
A little bit.
But from what I've gathered, I guess there's like people say, like, you got my pizza wrong. You know, you gave me this, you didn't give me this. I'm going to come.
And there's no proof.
And there's no proof.
Yeah.
So fine, I get that. So we bring back the wrong pizza, and they hand me the new one. Great, I check it; it's correct. I say, hey, you know, this was a bit inconvenient that I had to come here, go back home, then come back. I got a house full of people that are hungry.
Yeah.
Can I get like a credit or $5 off or
Sure,
like an app? And they're like, well, you know, we replaced it. I was like, well,
what?
Yeah, you did, but like I still had to. I'm now 40 minutes delayed from dinner.
Yeah.
I gotta wait for you to make the right thing, and I've got people over with kids, and like it's a whole thing. Like, well, you know, we did correct it, so no, there's no credit. So I go, okay, like again, I'm not asking for the pizza to be free or anything. I just
Right.
some
You
sort
said
of
$5.
yeah, give me a coupon or like put a note in my thing that, you know, app free app.
Sure.
So I see the girl go to clearly whoever the manager is.
Yeah.
And this person helping me is very nice, but just going by the policy. And it's a bar. They're at a bar, so I can see the face of the woman who she's actually faced away from me, but I can see her reflection in the mirror. So this young bartender goes up to the boss and says, hey, you know, we screwed this up. Can we give this guy anything? I see her like look at her like, are you crazy? I go, no.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, cool. Like
Noted.
So I go, you know, it's a shame there's no other pizza options in Homewood. I've got like 5 pizza places like walking distance from each other. And I'm going to say it was not Aurelio's. I know people are going to say, oh, that's Aurelio's. It's Aurelio's. It was not Aurelio's pizza. So I'm not going to out the place, but I'll tell you what it's not.
Okay.
And it's also not a chain. So it wasn't Marco's. It wasn't Domino's. So if you're from Homewood, you can start doing the math and figuring out where I was. But again, it's our go-to pizza place. We love it. Every time we get this place, people are really happy. So because I was feeling wronged and I'm a 45-year-old white man, I took it to Facebook.
There you go.
And I said, am I the jerk here? Like, am I crazy? Not only did I take it to Facebook, I took it to the Homewood Facebook page.
Nice. And you really are the old guy because you didn't even use the proper social media thing of AITA.
Well, here's the thing. Yes. Okay. So put a pin in that.
Yeah.
So I go on, like, it's called Moms and Dads of Homewood Flossmoor. So I go on there and I say, listen, am I the jerk? I rehashed the whole story. And everyone's like, no, you should definitely get something. You get something for your inconvenience. So everyone agrees. But my friend Brenna comments like NTA. And I go, can you please Gen X this for me? Because I have no idea what NTA means. It's like, what? It's all over Reddit. That means you're not the asshole. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I know. But yes, my age definitely showed in the internet lingo world.
Yes.
During my Karen-like Facebook rant about, I just want to know, like, am I crazy?
No.
Am I crazy to think that there should be some sort of something?
But yeah, and it's one thing if you were like, hey, comp my meal or whatever, where it's like, you know, pretty significant. And mind you, this is all relative. Yeah, you're asking for like a $5 or $10 thing. I mean, that is, especially to get dismissed the way it did by the manager, is like, nah, screw you.
That's what pissed me off. Like, if it's policy, okay, like I understand this girl was probably like 26, 27.
Yeah, she doesn't have the authority to do that anyway, so she has to ask. Totally cool.
But the person that did completely, like, I don't want to stereotype, but
Yeah.
the person who was making the decision, the
Mhm.
one who blew me off, very much looked like the kind of person that would get very pissed off if this was to happen to them.
Yes.
So I don't know. I just want to make sure I wasn't completely out of whack. Even like, hey, how about something to drink while you wait?
Yeah.
You want a beer while you sit here while we get, finish the boxing up
Sure.
the meal? Cool. I would have sat down and had a beer. That would have been great.
Mm-hmm.
Some acknowledgement. And again, it wasn't until the eye roll and the scoff that I got mad. That's when I got pissed.
It's my favorite afternoon show in the mid-market rankings.
The eye roll and the scoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. They are good. They're always really angry, though.
They really are.
Sarcastic.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm glad to know that I'm not the certified peen in this situation, because like Rick, we talk about all the time, even my 2 hours Portillo's situation where I was like, I'm not blaming the workers. It's just a bad process.
Yeah.
And maybe hire more people. And I usually put the blame at the top. Well, I guess that's what I'm doing with this one, because the manager clearly gave 0 Fs
Mm-hmm.
if I was pissed or not. So whatever. I'm going to keep going there, but it's just aggravating. That's all.
I do appreciate your TED talk, by the way.
Yes, I'm sorry. I've talked for 10 minutes straight.
Yeah. So it's funny that that you were like, oh yeah, that lingo's all off of Reddit, because where I've seen it most is on, I swear to God. Okay, good.
Rick's watching football.
I'll fully admit it. So right now, as we are recording, 3 minutes left in the game, the Bears, because they clearly want to win the game, they put Tim Boyle back in with 3 minutes left, 4th down, and if he was a good quarterback, he would have hit a receiver wide open deep. Thankfully, he underthrew it and the Vikings picked it off. So I think the cover is safe. Knock on wood.
Lyle.
Yeah. Yeah. Wiley Yeel, I don't know, YLE, however you want to pronounce that. It was the guy they traded the 32nd pick for. Wonderful. Chase Claypool. So you mentioned something that is on mind for me today, and you mentioned Aurelio's.
Yeah.
And it relates to the Bears, because at least for as long as I can remember, on Sundays when there are Bears games over at WBBM, Aurelio's, which is a sponsor of the Bears, brings over a spread. And then if you just want a little bit of food, whether it's, salad, but there's, pizza and sandwiches and all that kind of stuff, all you have to do is they ask you to throw a couple bucks in a little coffee cup to help for the tip. That's all they ask. And as someone that's been in the studios every Sunday morning working You Better You Bet, but still around, it's been real nice to, get off of work at noon, head over to WBBM, say hi to people that I know, throw a couple bucks in the coffee cup, and grab some pizza or maybe a sandwich for the ride home.
Yeah.
Well, with the old rights deal ending for Odyssey and the Bears going over to Good Karma and 1000, which, hey, good for them. They're able to do it. They didn't maybe mismanage finances to a point. Who's to say?
And their janky signal.
Yeah, the signal really does suck. But it's weird, but not both of us are in a spot where we're not really affiliated with either. So whatever. The joys of being a vendor. And so but I'm gonna miss the Aurelios. I am gonna miss the Sunday Aurelios on my NFL Sundays at noon. And you know what? It's just quality stuff, especially for like the catering aspect, as it was for this. The pizza is still good.
Yeah.
The sandwiches are really good. Like today I went in there, I grabbed a few slices of pizza, I grabbed a sandwich, and there was like some meatballs, some Italian beef. I didn't know which was which because it was like wrapped up real tight in aluminum foil. You know what it was? It was Italian beef, and it was effing delicious.
Yeah.
So it just like hits the spot, and it's just Aurelio's. The floor is so high.
Yeah.
With Aurelio's that it's like just a tip of the cap to the catering aspect of it and just that experience, because it ain't happening anymore after today. But I've appreciated it for years, whether I was like cutting Bears highlights eons ago or just in on Sunday for whatever godforsaken reason working. It was a part of it. and now it's not.
The other thing too, and for the Odyssey folks, Hub has been out of commission for a while, and I'm glad to see he's doing better and doing hits. But Hub Artist was good for a pizza every time he came in, every time he hosted.
Yes.
So
all you have to do is run down to the Giordano's connected to the building, and you're set.
Yeah,
Hub likes all of his toppings on his side, but he's like, he knows that's just for him, but he'll get the other half for whoever he's working with that day, and he'll front the money for it. Which God bless him, because the pizza that he wants is not cheap because of all the toppings he makes.
He's a great guy. I'm really glad to hear him back doing hits and watching football where he belongs. So good for him.
Yeah, and the Bears embracing the fact and acknowledging the fact that he was back at Hallis Hall too is cool. Like seeing the picture of like him and George just like hanging out there for a minute, and Eberflus making a point to say hey to him, like that was cool.
Did George give him like a commemorative scooter?
I'm sure he should have.
A really nice guy. But when I was at the Bears camp and I saw him rolling around on a razor scooter, I'm like, you're a grown ass man, dog.
Yeah, that ain't it.
Whatever makes you happy. And you know what makes me happy, Rick, as I segue awkwardly, my Mazda CX-30. Oh, I'm zipping all over town in it. You can get one for yourself. And I got my CX-5, which is also great. We've discovered a new issue. Hope got in the accident with in the summer. So I had the whole front end of that repaired of the CX-5. The horn does not like the cold.
Oh,
so when you honk the horn, it goes like
same.
It's like it's struggling to honk, but hey, you know what? Whatever. Everything else about it is wonderful. But man, I love my Mazdas. I had a buddy on Facebook this week complaining about his car.
Hold on. There was a guy complaining on Facebook.
I know. He was annoyed about his, whatever he was driving. I said, hey, I got 2 Mazdas. I love them, and I will never buy another car in my life. So he's taking a look. So he's going to call Eric at Mazda of Orland Park, 708-444-3200, Mazda of Orland Park.com. Drove by the shop yesterday, actually. For the first time since like COVID started, they have a full stock in their lot. 8910 West 159th Street. Every spot in that lot is full. And I told you when I ordered my CX-30, it was like a 3-month wait just to get the base model because the production was also down because COVID. They got a full stock right now at Mazda of Orland Park. So go check that out. All right, Rick, as we continue the Old Men Yell at Cloud show.
Yes.
I want to know where to go next here. I got, let's go with, two fast food icons. Have turned their backs on the fats. And I don't know if they know they've done it.
What did Ronald McDonald and the Burger King do?
You got one right, not the other.
Oh, okay.
McDonald's and Wendy's have changed their pop cups to clear.
Oh.
Okay. Remember McDonald's used to have the white plastic cup?
Yes.
Wendy's had the white plastic cup.
Yes.
Both places now have clear, transparent cups. Maybe better for the environment? Fine. But you know what it's not better for? Hiding your food bag in the cup.
Exactly. Yes.
This is like the key fat hack of all time is when you go and get 10 spicy nugs on your way home from work or between lunch and dinner, you just shove the bag into the cup and then you just walk out of your car with the cup and pop and you throw the cup in the garbage and your wife or partner says, oh, you went to Wendy's? Like, I just got a drink. I didn't eat my weight in nuggets. No. Absolutely not. All I have here is this handy cup. But now, if I do that, you can clearly see the brown paper bag through the clear cup and your cover is blown. So now you got to do the whole thing where you find the public garbage can.
Yep.
Hide your shame, your fat shame. I don't know. I don't think this was an intentional slight. I feel like there's too many normies in the McDonald's and Wendy's headquarters. Dave Thomas would never have allowed this.
Right.
Dave Thomas would have said, hey, I'm adopted and we need cups that are not clear.
Yeah, you know what the real bad part about this is too, is that Wendy is not helping the stereotype of the redhead, because if she had a soul, she would not have allowed this to happen.
That's true. Good point.
But you know, I'm so happy that you said that because that is so true. To like use that cup. You know what this might mean? Who's back in the race?
No,
Burger King.
Nah.
No, not even for the
I'm not going that far. I'll just find a public can. I got nothing
Okay.
against Burger King. I feel
Yeah.
like my feelings about Burger King are always the same. Eh.
Yeah. You know what's one thing you can get though, and I only know this because there's limited food options by the radio station in Aurora that I'm working at a little bit. The rodeo cheeseburger is on the value menu for less than $2.
All right. I've never had this. I'm assuming it's bacon and barbecue sauce
And onion rings.
on the burger.
Well, not take out the bacon, put in onion rings. So burger, onion.
Oh, I see.
Burger, onion rings, barbecue sauce.
Ah,
So you get the best part of Burger King, which is their barbecue sauce.
that's true. Yeah, and their onion rings.
Yes, and actually, like I like
Onion
their
rings.
yes, I like their fries more than most. Like they're not like holy crap, but I think they're better than the reputation.
I just feel like Burger King is fine, and I very rarely crave it.
That's fair.
But there are times where I'm like, you know what I want? Burger King.
Yeah.
Like, there are times where I'll get that very specific taste.
Yes, of course.
All right, I'll try that rodeo burger. That sounds good. I need to mix up, man. There's nothing open like around the United Center after Hawks games. The only thing there is there's a McDonald's on Ogden. Okay. But there's no fast food. There's a Papa John's, but even I'm not that fat.
I used to be skinnier, but eating that much, yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
That's rough.
But they did just open a Wendy's on like Dixie Highway and 147th, like right when you get off 57. So that's an option. That's a late night option. But now I'm so old that I can't eat late.
You are.
If I eat at night, I can't sleep.
Really?
Yeah, it's tough. Part of it is acid reflux, and I always get spicy stuff because I'm stupid.
Yeah, dude, the spicy stuff is so key.
Yeah,
it really is.
I just don't care.
I've made an adjustment. So if you're a longtime viewer of the show, you would know that to this side is the food drawer. However, to this side is the Tums drawer.
Yes.
I do also keep other stuff in those drawers, but primary purpose.
Dude, you should see the center console of my CX-30 is like a pharmacy. I've got I have Pepsid for like long term. Or if I'm like, well, today's gonna be a bad day, pop one of those to start. I've got the big thing of Tums, like you just showed. I've got Imodium because you never know if you're on your way to a Hawks game and things start bubbling. You got to bound that stuff up. You can't be doing that all night.
Right. Got
Pepto-Bismol, ibuprofen. Like, if you're looking for drugs, just break into my car. You'll find them. And for a while, I had a vape pen, like a weed pen in there that I forgot I had in there.
Oh, nice.
I didn't get pulled over for that. So, but
that's good.
I took that out. But anyway,
yeah.
It's frustrating. It is a back turn. It's a heel turn, is what it is. It's really what it is. I think the Texans just tied it.
Did they? Nice.
An interception went right through the Colts player's hand.
That's fun.
Like this.
Oh, you're going for two.
Oh, they're going for the win.
This is so lame for like literally everybody. It's like, yeah, we already know what happened. You know who doesn't? Us in the moment.
Oh, yet. Back off.
Yeah, Houston going for two. He got it.
Bears.
Oh, Bears. Yeah, never mind the fact that, it's going to take more than 1 year for the Bears to turn this shit around, but that's neither here nor there.
It helps.
So it does help.
The Blackhawks went into last year's draft with no first round picks, and they ended the day with 3.
Yeah.
So you never know.
Yep. Things have already turned around for them. No. Okay. So dude, I have literally usually by now on a bored day, I'll turn on Blackhawks every once in a while.
You don't have to.
I have not turned on 1 second of Blackhawks hockey.
Just do me a favor. Turn on the CHGO Blackhawks postgame show. Hit the like button, and then you can go away. It's fine. Or let it run in the background. That's fine. Yes. That's fine.
Okay. So one thing that is great, that is actually good, unlike the Bears this year, technically on the field, or the Blackhawks on ye ol' ice.
Yes.
Is this story that's come up everywhere, and I love that we're getting sent it a ton.
Oh
about, and I will read quotes from, not at like when I started reading quotes, I swear to God, I thought I clicked on an Onion article. This is from NPR about
pinkies up.
Right, about the Fat Men's Club.
Let's go.
This, dude, I'm telling you, this is the only thing that I can't relate to with this is the fact that they wore dress clothes. But at that time, because this was in, turn of the century, that wasn't dress clothes. That was just clothes.
You know what they should have worn? Vests.
Now we would like to give a warm welcome to our governor, J.B. Brisker.
All right, sorry.
So the title of this on NPR is The Forgotten History of Fat Men's Clubs.
I love this.
So first of all, the mantra of this, and this was in Wells River, Vermont in 1903.
Okay.
The mantra.
Fat men meaning like 180 pounds.
Fat men, you had to be at least 200 pounds.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And pay a $1 fee to enter and learn the secret handshake and password.
Okay. Nice.
So here was the mantra of this club. In this article, literally from NPR, this is not a bit.
Okay.
Quote, "We're fat and we're making the most of it." And their motto, which is, I've got to be good natured. I can't fight and I can't run.
I think fat men can fight. All right.
I think fat men can fight.
Yeah.
Still. So it's just so goddamn funny.
Oh,
so here, and let me read this quote from a 1904 Boston Globe article that describes the meeting, which happened twice a year for the fats in the turn of the century.
I love this. Okay.
Quote, "This village is full of bulbous and overhanging abdomens and double chins tonight. For the New England Fat Men's Club is in session at Hale's Tavern. The natives, who are mostly bony and angular, have stared with envy at the portly forms and rubicund faces which have arrived on every train."
Oh, I found a picture.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, all right. I gotta share.
The one guy that looks like he's like straight out of a coal mine or something.
Yes. All right. Bear with me as I learn to share the screen. There we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Those are some big dudes.
Yeah, the guy, if you're looking at the picture on the YouTubes, like he almost looks like he's got the face shape almost of what's his name from Saw?
Oh, yes.
Jigsaw.
Yeah.
With not just cheeks, but like protruding cheeks.
Yeah. Well, they're all in suits, which isn't helping their faces.
No, it's really not.
Wow, these are some large gentlemen.
Yes, they are.
I like this. This is good. This
That's
what I'm talking about.
Isn't it incredible?
That's amazing.
They had weigh-ins at these things, at the meetings. So a New York Times article from 1885 describes the crestfallen reaction of a member of a Connecticut Fat Men's Club upon stepping on the scale. Quote, "I must weigh over 300 pounds now," George Cap boasted. Also, he came in at a disappointing 243. As the Times reported, quote, "His friends thought he shrank at least 20 pounds more from the grief before the evening." Like, this reads like it's a bit off of the Onion, but it's real.
Oh, it's so good. The writing it's that old timey writing too.
Yes,
where everything is treated like it's the World War I. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's great. See, I have petitioned my daughter's friends to resurrect malls.
Yes,
I want malls back in like the form they were in the 90s and 80s. If we're gonna bring the 90s back fashion wise, let's get malls back. Speaking of that, I went to Orland Mall and saw a sock store called Socks to Be You, which
it's so on brand.
Scream Bob's Burgers to me. It was wonderful.
Yes.
But otherwise, like, kind of dead in the mall. We need to bring it back. I think that you and I, with the help of some of our portly friends, bring back the Fat Men's Club. This is kind of like the online Fat Men's Club. Our Facebook group page
Yes.
Fan page is very much a Fat Man's Club. Saturday at Uncle Bud's.
That's exactly why I brought this up.
It could be the first ever official meeting of the I'm Fat Podcast Fat Men's Club. And I don't know if we're going to do weigh-ins because, again,
and there's one aspect of this that I will refuse.
Okay. Wearing a suit?
You're goddamn right.
Okay, no, we're not wearing suits. That's no. I promise you that.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh God. Okay, here we go. I'm just like skimming this, and I hadn't seen this article before.
Too fun.
I hadn't seen this part of the article. Fat men weren't similarly lampooned, though they too faced ridicule. In an article mentioning a child exclaiming, quote, "Gee, look at that stomach. Let's get under it and keep out of the rain."
That's the 1900s version of that's a huge bitch.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so good.
Why is that guy so dirty though?
I don't know.
Or is it just it might just be a shadow.
It could. Yeah, because there's odd shading in some of this, but like it's so good.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yes.
It's like, hey, you go to a place, there's no judgment. You're feeling accepted. You're among your friends. I mean, imagine the food at these places.
Right.
Just troughs and troughs of gravy and amazing. It's so cool. I love that.
So maybe I'll tweet this article too.
Yeah,
because it goes so in depth, like legitimately on Fat Men's Clubs. They're like the women's varieties, which did exist, like just in throughout time. Just this is really cool. Like even outside of just how funny the quotes are,
yes,
it's legitimately cool.
By the way, as progressive men of the 2020s,
the Bears have the number 1 pick.
The Fat Persons Club.
Yes, of
all
course.
are welcome, as long as you're a biggin.
Yes,
that's all that matters. And if you want to become a biggin, let me tell you about Frato's Pizza.
Oh, look at you,
Bakery. If you're trying to join the Fat Persons Club, you're going to want to try the I'm Fat Burger, the I'm Fat Pizza, and the I'm Fat Grilled Cheese. They're all outstanding at Frato's. But guess what? Everything at Frato's is outstanding. And if you're looking to try for the first time, go to fratospizza.com, place your order online, use that promo code I'm Fat, and you'll save 10% on your order at fratospizza.com. And that's not a one-time coupon. Every time you order at fratospizza.com and use the promo code I'm Fat, you will save. Okay? We've been sharing a lot of their images on social media, the mozzarella sticks, everything that's going on at Frato's. It's all amazing. And if you're a former fat or a skinny who just likes to live vicariously through us, they've got tons of healthy options, low-carb options as well. Whatever you're into, Frato's has it. Check out their extensive menu at fratospizza.com and go visit them in Schaumburg, 628 South Roselle Road. It's a great place. We would not steer you wrong. And RC Cola. What more do you need?
RC Cola is so good. Like one of the reasons my favorite pizza place near me is my favorite pizza place is because I can get RC Cola. So to have that available. What?
It just goes so well with pizza.
It does. It's so good. So to have that as an option with whatever you get at Frato's, like, man, that is just key.
Yeah, you're living. All right. So I want to bring back malls.
Yes, you do.
I want to start the I'm Fat Persons Club. Last night we went to a birthday party for our friend's 3-year-old daughter at Papa Passero's in Westmont.
And we're just making up names at this point.
This is one of those places that if you were a kid of the 80s or 90s and you had a baseball team party or whatever, like you would go to Papa Passero's. They've got an arcade.
Okay.
They've got pictures of all the Bears and the Sox and the Cubs and everything on every wall.
Yes. And
the food has never changed. And they serve RC. So we had like this buffet meal.
Okay.
Papa Passero's where it was regular wings, spicy. Then it were like barbecue boneless wings.
Nice.
Then I think it was 8 different kinds of pizza that they just kept refilling as the night went on.
Nice.
And then a salad. And then whatever. Decorative, I think. And then, of course, a big sheet cake at the end of the night. But, man, places like that, too, like that's what we're talking about, like the old school Aurelio's.
Yes.
Where have you been to the Homewood one?
Yeah. Remember, I recorded a video there for the score.
I forgot about that. That's right. Yeah, those old school pizza places with like the stained glass, chandeliers over your table, and those got to start coming back too. They got to come back. So Papa Passero's really kind of a different pizza, Rick, and you're not too far from Westmont. You could try this.
No, yeah, I
kind
can do
of a
that.
thicker, doughier crust.
Okay,
but still crispy. It was excellent. It was so good, and the wings were good and spicy, and the service was outstanding. And again, they had the RC Cola. But it was just one of those places we talk about, like you could tell by the Italian pizza bag, right, that the pizza's going to be good.
Yep.
As soon as you pull up to Papa Passero's, you're like, this place is going to be great.
yes.
you know it. It was excellent. I love.
Does it have the red and white checkered? Why can't I think of the word?
Tablecloth.
Thank you.
Yes, I didn't get a good look at the tablecloth because we were in the party room.
Oh, okay.
But I think it might have been black and white check, but the party room is carpeted, which is a mistake on their part.
Yes,
But it makes it nice and cozy in there. We were watching the Raiders and the Chiefs. It was a great night. And I said to Erin, the mother of the girl, I go, what are we here for? Is it some kind of birthday or something? I don't know. I just heard free pizza, so I just showed up, and all you gotta say is free pizza, and I'll pack a gift.
Pretty much
one size fits all gift, and no, it was so good. So check out Papa Passero's in Westmont. Great. And they also had mastacholi with a nice meat sauce. It was terrific pizza, and everything was really good. So make sure you check that out too. I have a couple other things too.
I was gonna say I had I don't know why this week was weird. So like
you got a big week.
Yes.
Yeah,
and a big one upcoming too.
It's understandable. So a couple of things I want to call everyone's attention to. We're going to get to the bacon report. I have to do it this week because Charlie got busy.
What?
Nervous. I'm going to screw it up. But we have
a high standard
after Christmas, like clears out.
Yeah.
We actually do Christmas with my in-laws, my mother, father, brother, and sister-in-law after Christmas. So we did it on January 2nd.
Nice.
And I brought a tub of Charlie's cherry jalapeno bacon jam.
Ooh,
that shit was on in like literally 7 minutes.
Wow.
I took it out. I popped it in the microwave for 30 seconds to warm it up. We got Frito scoops, like the big thick Fritos.
Oh yeah, that's a great call for that.
Yeah, I said we have to get those for Charlie's bacon jam. So I had one. My mother-in-law had one. Grandma Cookie had one. And then everyone it was like hyenas circled the table where this was. And like the next time you looked up, it's like you watch National Geographic and all that's left are bones.
Yeah.
All that was left was the plastic cylinder like spinning on the table. So it was so great. The cherry jalapeno bacon jam. I guess I was the first person to ever have that.
Oh, nice.
It was a trial thing. So now he's making it permanently. So he's like, give me notes. Should it be spicier? I go, don't change it at all. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Everybody loved it. I personally would have made it a little spicier, but it was so exciting. Like if Hope's 100-year-old grandma's eating it, it's not crazy spicy.
Right.
It was wonderful. So if you're going to order from Charlie, which we'll tell you how to do in a little bit, cherry jalapeno bacon jam, go for that. Have you seen Dot's Pretzels? You know Dot's Pretzels?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. There is a holiday version, which are cinnamon sugar.
Ooh.
And they taste like Pepperidge Farm cinnamon raisin toast.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you see those, they're in a purple bag. I just got a bag yesterday at Mariano's, and they're a little pricey. I think $7.99 for the bag. Okay. But it's a big full bag, and we had Jill and Aaron, everybody over, and we had some left over at the end of the day. So there's plenty in there, but try those. They're great. Those are wonderful. And then my wife called my attention. You know how Oreo just came out with Oreo drumsticks? Not like,
yes,
they call them Oreo ice cream cones.
Yeah, they're Oreo. Yeah, they're Oreo drumsticks.
Yeah. And then also Oreo ice cream sandwiches. And you and Jason Leisure can skip this part if you'd like, but Reese's is coming out with these now too. So there's Reese's peanut butter and chocolate cones,
Okay.
Reese's peanut butter ice cream bar,
Hmm.
Reese's peanut butter sandwich ice cream.
Okay.
Ice cream sandwich. I had that backwards. And a Reese's peanut butter cup in ice cream form. So if you can imagine like the frozen Snickers, the Snickers ice cream, same thing, peanut butter cup.
Okay.
Here for it. I know you're not. I'm sorry.
I'm not, but it's fine because if people are more apt to get that, then you know what it means. The ice cream Twix is more available for me, and
There
the
you go.
ice cream Twix is incredible.
Those are hard to find. Yesterday, man, I had such a craving. It's because I went shopping for my parents.
Yeah.
And my dad, every time I shop, I had to get him drumsticks. They're his favorite. So I was kind of craving one, and I'm like, I should have taken one before I left, but I didn't. So I go into 7-Eleven, and they had not the new Oreo drumstick, but it's kind of a Oreo ice cream cone where it's a chocolate cone, and then on top there's like a crown of ice cream and Oreo.
Yes.
I mean,
I know that I forget the name of the brand, but yes, I know what you're talking
I think
about.
it's Blue Bunny. It might be a Blue Bunny.
Oh, is it a Blue Bunny? Okay.
I think so. And I had that in the car, and it was outstanding. But all these Reese's things look great. So try those. And then I had one other thing. Damn it. Can't think of it.
Let's see. Everything you told me before the show, we've gotten to.
There was one more thing.
There was one more thing. What's your one more thing?
And I had it, and I lost it. And I'll probably think of it as we get through.
Oh, I have to make a quick edit to something I said last week.
Okay.
Because I got yelled at for this.
Oh, yes, you did. You texted me like Monday at like 10:05 a.m. I'm in trouble.
Yeah. Yes. So for New Year's, when I was at Marty's.
Oh, God damn it! I'm trying to think of stuff.
Sorry. Yes. And he tried this drink. I remembered most of, but not all of the ingredients. That it was tequila, which was nice tequila, pomegranate juice, lime juice, and the kicker, and I think what brought it all together was a little bit of champagne to top it off.
That would explain why you were feeling a little rough the next day too.
Yes, mix
The
it. Yeah,
champagne will knock you on your ass.
Yes. So that was that's something that I forgot, and it makes the drink make a lot more sense too. So that is my, well, it's not really a retraction, more just like an edit.
In addition, yeah.
So if you want to give that a spin, I highly recommend it because it was a wonderful drink.
All right.
I had many.
I remembered.
Okay.
And as Old Man Week continues, I texted you this early in the week. The Werther's Originals.
Oh, yeah.
Blissful Bites. Now, if you're not watching on YouTube, and you should be, youtube.com/I'mFatPodcast, you'll see the opened and basically empty bag of Werther's Original Caramel Blissful Bites. Now, these are roughly the size of
a malted milk ball?
Not that big. Smaller than that. I was going to say like the PB Bites, but I know you haven't had those. Somewhere between a BB and a malt ball.
Okay.
All right. So yay big. And these ones.
I need Micah to get a screenshot of you just going yay big.
No one loves my small dick jokes more than Micah. I send anytime I find one, I send it to him, and he's nice. He loves it. So anyway, these ones, and there are others like chocolate, there's caramel, straight across, whatever. These are blueberry acai, which I know doesn't sound that appealing, but if you see these in the store, Werther's Original Blissful Bites, they're in like a bag that like zips on the top.
Yeah.
These are wonderful. They're so good. And Rick, as a fan, as someone who doesn't like peanut butter, this would give you close to a peanut butter and jelly type of sensation.
Sure.
Without having to eat peanut butter.
That sounds wonderful.
So try them. They're really good. And it's not like overly blueberry, but it's also not like it's not like fake tasting, like artificial blueberry. It's real, and the acai is good. I don't even know what acai tastes like.
I don't either, but I will say, like artificial blue, you know how like there are some artificial flavors which are as good, if not better, than the actual.
Banana.
Blueberry is not one of them. Like,
Oh yeah,
artificial blueberry is awful. Like, there are these fruit snacks that I love because of 2 of the 3 flavors, and the flavor that I'm not too fond of the 3 is blueberry.
Okay.
The strawberry, great. The raspberry, awesome. The blueberry, ugh.
Yeah.
I still eat it. Don't get me wrong.
These are great. And I'm glad I thought of it because I would have kicked myself in the ass if I hadn't thought of them.
Yeah.
I did. So, all right. I think we're good.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it's time to ask the Fats.
Let's do it.
Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been 1 week since my last confession.
Okay, my son. What is your confession?
I'm fat.
All right. I have to do the bacon report, so bear with me.
Okay, Godspeed.
Here we go. Ask a Fat, as always, is brought to you by our buddy Charlie the Bacon Guy. He's stuck at swim class, so I'm going to do it. Flavors this week: maple pepper, lemon pepper, wonderful, buffalo. Okay, there's your bacon flavors. The jams are the original, the bourbon, and what I've been talking about, the cherry jalapeno. Charlie wants everybody to know there's a slight price increase on the bacon jams. They've gone from $5 to $7, but who cares? You're supporting an independent creator, a craftsman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, jump on that and get yourself some bacon jam. So how do you order from Charlie? Very, very easy to do. Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com. He's also Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and on Twitter, he's at CZ the Bacon Guy. Just get in touch with him however you want. Arrange a delivery, arrange a shipment. You can meet him in the middle. He's out there in, why am I blanking? Not Westmont.
Woodridge,
something with a W. I knew where it was. And he works at Beatrix in Oakbrook. So go visit him there too. He'd like to see you. That's how you do it. So Charlie the Bacon Guy at gmail.com, Charlie the Bacon Guy on Instagram, and at CZ the Bacon Guy on Twitter. I did it.
Yes.
I'm very proud of myself. And thanks to everybody who supported Charlie over the holidays. Another really successful year for Charlie. And we're very happy to have him. And I believe Charlie will be coming to Uncle Bud's on Saturday.
Nice.
Bringing some bacon to sample, because I'd love to see him and my cousin John get together on some kind of special bacon product at Uncle Bud's.
That'd be cool.
That would be wonderful. So come on, join us at Uncle Bud's Saturday, the 14th, 2 p.m. We start the podcast. We'll be there a little bit earlier hanging out. We'll hang out for some football after.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to jump over to the UC for the Blackhawks, but should be a really, really fun time at Uncle Bud's. All right, we've got one voicemail today.
Okay.
I stall as I dial it up. It's from our buddy Jason in Oshkosh.
Hey, Pat,
Spoiler
Jason from Oshkosh.
I said
I
that.
was hoping you guys could give me a ruling. Who gets the last of something in our house? Let it be a piece of pizza or a white fudge Oreo. Me, a fat for 40 years, or my wife, who is 8 months pregnant.
Oh,
And she
yeah, you're
she's going to lose all that weight. Come a couple months, I'm still going to be fat.
No,
Let me know what you
no.
think. Thanks.
no.
yeah, you're not going to like the response here.
That's a no for me, dog.
Jason, you had us and lost us, man. Like, I was like, I was going to say, like, it goes 50-50, whoever. See, my thing is, since my wife is not pregnant, thank you, Vasectomy Clinics of Chicago.
I'm Jay from Team Leave It In, and
never, I'm going to stop. Just stay. I'm not going to go over the line. I'm going to stay right here where I am. It's usually whoever enjoys it more is kind of my, like, if it's the last whatever, if I know it's Hope's favorite thing, I'll save it for her. And if she knows it's my favorite thing, she'll save it for me. So that's kind of a good way to go through life. But when pregnancy is involved, especially 8 months pregnant,
yeah, all the rules go out the door.
everything is hers, and just do it with a smile and do it. And Jason, I don't know if you have other kids, but yeah, just it's not just going to stop next month either.
Yep.
Just let it for a while. I'd give it another year before you start fighting over who the last anything. So just a word of advice.
Yeah, that's fair.
From one friend to another. Yeah, just it's tough. It's being pregnant is not fun. Giving
So
birth
I've heard.
I had a front row seat to a childbirth, and nope. It was I'm fine, but I do not want that to happen to me. So whatever you'd like, by all means, it's yours, my dear. So maybe more than a year, maybe like the next 20. I think that's fair. All right, we
probably
got a couple emails as well, so we'll get to them right here.
Ask a fat about this and that. It's time to chat with the fats.
All right, we've got a couple ramen suggestions due to the episode last week. So I'm going to answer those. One from Michael, the other one from Justin Normie. Michael says the best ramen place he's had is a place in the West Loop called High Five Ramen. You are the second person this week to mention this to me. It is a secluded 16-seat ramen place. It's actually in the basement of Green Street Smoked Meats, right by JP Graziano's. The only tough part is it's only open for dinner and doesn't take reservations, but it usually opens around 4. So that's good to know. Get the signature bowl with half spice if you want a decently spicy bowl, or full spice if you really like the heat. I'll go half spice the first time. And then Justin Normie says he'd recommend taking 83 North to go to Ramen Maisoya, 1584 Bussy Road in Mount Prospect. Not the biggest place, but it's fantastic. The spicy Hokkaido is his go-to. So there you go. There is the emails on the ramen. So I'm really looking forward to High Five Ramen, which is right by CHGO. Very, very close.
Oh, nice.
So I'll be trying that maybe after a weekday show one day. So
all right.
Good.
And our other email from Matt and Cincy.
Yes.
Gentle Fats. Maybe that's another name we could go for the club.
There you go.
Don't know if you've seen this anywhere, but Game Changer. And it's called the Dip Clip.
Yes, the Sauce Moto Dip Clip, as I'm sharing the email screen right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes much more sense than just trying to describe it. So another reason to watch the YouTube's youtube.com/I'm Fat Podcast. Essentially, it looks like a clip that goes on one of like your little vents.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the sauce cup with a nice little, I assume that's like a rubbery type thing.
Yeah.
And essentially, you just put your sauce in there, take your nuggets, you got a nice dip, and then really your only worry is can you get the dipped item from the dip to your mouth without spilling?
That's the thing, because the CX-30 is it's got a very roomy pilot seat. So because like have you seen it? You've been in there yet? All the are in the middle. So I can control the radio and like everything is like right by my right thigh. So I can change the station, put on whatever I want, and I don't have to like reach and point.
Yeah.
The vents are kind of like an arm's length. So that would be a challenge to get the dip. But what I usually do is I take the nugget box, I open it, I open the sauce, put the sauce cup in the top of the box, and that's on my floor seat. And then that can swish around a little bit and spill. So this is certainly a better option.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how much they cost.
Well, I mean, it looks like it's about like 4.5 stars on 20,000 reviews. So a lot of people are getting them, apparently.
Is this one of these things, Rick, where as a fat, we have to look at this and say, is this too far?
No.
I like your certainty. See now, okay, I'm gonna share the Amazon page because there is a whole bunch of stuff here. And again, great time to jump on the YouTube to see all this stuff.
Yes.
Look at all the other options on this page. Look at the vent indoor that holds both fries and sauce.
Okay, I'm here for the ones where it almost looks like the WeatherTech thing that essentially like fits. It replaces one of your cup holders. It like fills the cup holder and is a fry holder.
Yes, this one is called Fries on the Fly, Universal Car French fry holder for your cup holder. There's also the more generic one, which is I believe it is the identical photo.
Yeah,
it's our cheaper.
Yes.
Yeah, you got all kinds of fat guy options on Amazon. You can get all three, Rick.
Yes.
For the low price of $37.84.
There we
You
go.
want to support Peeny McPeen Face and buy something from Amazon. This is one of those things though that I wouldn't feel bad buying from Amazon because where else can I go to get the Sauce Moto? You know, can I walk into Target and be like, yes, I'm looking for my car something that holds my McNugget sauce.
Yes.
And then they just call security and I'm escorted out of there.
Yeah, the high schooler is not having your shit that day.
Yeah. Let me check. Nope, we don't have it.
Yep.
That would be me too.
Yep. Oh God, that's good.
All right, that's good. All right, good stuff. I had a fun.
Yeah.
This was a fun episode, despite me being
Yeah.
a total Karen on this one.
No, it worked. Did we actually hit like under an hour of actual recorded time?
So far.
That's a miracle.
Let's not jinx it.
Yeah,
But we
right.
want to remind everybody, of course, one last reminder. Saturday the 14th, 2 p.m. Uncle Bud's in Oak Lawn, 97th and Cicero. By the way, once the event's over, there's an Andy's right across the street and a White Castle. You're going to be full though. Food at Uncle Bud's. But go watch it all down with a nice frozen custard from Andy's when the show's over. 9700 South Cicero. You literally can't miss it. It is on the west side of the street, 2 blocks south of 95th Street on Cicero. So you can't go wrong. And if you, for whatever reason, you don't eat enough at Uncle Bud's, or you want dinner later, you are very close to Los Angeles.
There you go.
Just saying. Oh God, man, I've been off on the bell today. Oh,
been too busy complaining.
You're right. I have been distracted by my old man complaints.
Yes.
All right.
So keep track of all of our social media at I'm Fat Pod for any updates, and we'll give you more reminders to be at Uncle Bud's on Saturday, 2 p.m. recording time. Send us emails, voicemails, all that stuff. I'm fatpod@gmail.com, 708-858-3314 for a voicemail. Patreon, check that out if you would like. I'mFatMerch.com for our TeePublic page, and any TeePublic page so that we get the kickback, because kickbacks are wonderful. Just ask people in charge of anything. YouTube.com/I'mFatPodcast. Subscribe and like and all that stuff. Subscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, and resubscribe to the regular podcast feed. Leave us a rating or review. We're dying for a new rating at this point, preferably 5 stars on everything if you can.
No, 5 stars only.
Yes, 5 stars only. And
1 star.
Yes. And check out our sponsors, Charlie the Bacon Guy, Mazda of Orland Park, and Frato's Culinary Kitchen. We will see you Saturday at Uncle Bud's. So for Jay, I'm Rick. This is the I'm Fat Podcast.
I hope you guys have a fantastic day.